It's Tiki Oasis.
Hey everybody, welcome to Tiki Oasis TV. I am King Kukulele, and we are at 2019's 19th annual Tiki Oasis, and we're here with Jochen Hirschfeld from Munich, Germany, the director of the DVD of Tiki. Hello, Jochen.
Yes, thank you for the nice introduction.
Hey,
it's great to be here.
I'm glad that you're here, and we're going to talk to you about some of your history and some of what's been happening with you lately. So let me ask you, the DVD of Tiki was released in what year?
Let me think. Let me think.
Do you know how many years it took you to...
It's so long ago. I started in 2004. Then I was working on it for several years, traveling to more islands and editing more together with my partner Schlango. And finally, we released it in 2012. So it's already vintage by now.
It was an 8-year production, exploring parts of the world that has never been put into one film before, especially in our little world of Tiki, subculture of Tiki. You had the most expansive project to travel to all the islands and interview people from different generations. And now we have that DVD of Tiki that we can look back on. And you are exploring other avenues in the world of Tiki. Why don't you tell me exactly what have you been doing lately?
Yeah, maybe a quick note back to the DVD. For people who haven't seen it, we had so much footage, so much material that we made that DVD about the past, how the heyday of Tiki came to happen. And because we traveled all the South Sea Islands, I wanted to do justice to the traditions and the history of these islands. And I also included a 20-minute part about the history and traditions of that region. So, but now back to your question, what's happening now?
What have you been doing lately?
Yes, I mean, I'm a commercial director in Munich and I do commercials, but also photography. I travel a lot. And in the meantime, since the DVD of Tiki, I got very much involved in the cocktail and spirits industry. So my projects, the commercial projects now are also more about the spirits and especially the rum business. I love rum. I have a big passion for rum and for Tiki. And
you, evidently, it turns out that you have won a national competition, a drink, was it a drink designing competition? A mixologist competition?
That's a long time ago. That was in 2012, and there was a small German competition to do a cocktail recipe and a video, and that kind of started me into the cocktail scene in Germany. Yeah, but that's not a major thing.
It's major to me, Joe.
I love it.
To me, Joe, it's major. Now, I first met you in 2006, I believe, in Berlin, where there was preparations being made for a new tiki bar in Berlin called the Taboo Tiki Room. And you were there actually filming the DVD of Tiki already at that point. Danny, Tiki Diablo Gallardo, and myself came together at the, it was sort of a preview where Tiki Diablo was carving tikis for the bar. You were filming your movie and I was entertaining, and that was the night I met you. So did you include any of that night in the DVD of Tiki?
Not yet. That all would be in the second part because, as I said, the first part is all about the past. So now that so many years pass, I have all this beautiful footage of the beginning of the Tiki Revival. I met a lot of guys who are now big rock stars like Jeff Berry and Martin Cade. And back then they were doing other jobs. They were just fascinated about Tiki and researching and working on it. But now, as I said, they are big in the Tiki world. And it was great to see all that early on. And the bar you mentioned, it's so sad. It's one of these examples where someone has a great idea just a little bit too early. The bar Taboo Tiki in Berlin was beautiful, but it just wasn't the right time yet.
What about your next project? Do you have anything that you're setting up for working on in the future?
Yeah, I mean, I have all my different cocktail and spirit projects. I consult Tiki Lovers Rum from Germany, work with them on the branding and the photography, and we also do films together. I just in April went to Tiki Oasis, Arizona, and we did a great room party there with my creation, the Hagen Punch. And to our surprise, we didn't expect that we won the best cocktail for the room parties at Tiki Oasis in Arizona, and we had a lot of fun. It was great.
Now, why don't you explain to the Tiki Oasis TV audience who's Van Hagen?
So Van Hagen, when I started my film company in '95, I wanted to give it seniority. How you say that? Something like the air of
Legacy?
Yes, and
History.
profoundness, and a little bit of that there is someone who steers the ship that you can trust. And I was just a young guy. So I invented a world traveler with white hair, big sideburns, puffing on his cigar.
Santa Claus.
Yeah, something like Santa
it's
Claus,
not Santa.
but he had a different sidekick. It wasn't Rudy Rednose. I invented Miss Dorothy, a production nurse in a sexy white nurse dress, and she is the assistant to Mr. Van Hagen. So I filmed back then in 35 millimeters a company trailer where he's sitting in front of the fireplace, sipping on his rum, puffing on a cigar. Miss Dorothy lights his cigar and so on, and it's a nice vintage cool atmosphere. And the years moved on, and I think it was on my 40th birthday when I realized, okay, I'm a little bit turning into that guy.
little white hair.
And at the same time, I was picking up photography. And I wanted to give my photos a certain signature. It just happened to write Van Hagen photography.
So you're Van Hagen.
And now you can say, so I am Mr. Van Hagen.
I knew I recognized you. This is Van Hagen. It's a problem with the entertainment world when you create a nom de plume, an actor's name, a character.
Yeah.
And you write people into existence that didn't exist, and now people get a little confused. And even online names. So you are Van Hagen, Jochen Hirschfeld, here at Tiki Oasis 2019. Come ride the new wave.
The new wave, yeah.
Catch the new wave.
It's a beautiful event, and we're having a great time. This is for Tiki lovers and rum lovers. A beautiful time, a great weekender, and yeah, that's it.
And everybody's down in the pool, in the soup. You can hear the music. People are dancing down in the pool. And this is King Kukulele, Jochen Hirschfeld of
AKA Mr. Van Hagen.
Van Hagen here.
And we are wishing you a great time.
Don't forget, be kind. And we'll see you at Tiki Oasis.
Yes, and German kids will always be kinder.
Be kinder.
Yes.
All right. See you soon.
See you. Bye-bye.